Hi everyone, my name is Aibek. I'm part of the information security team at Kumtor Gold Company. Today, I wanted to share some practical experience on protection in the mining industry using our company as an example. Here is a little about us. Kumtor Gold Company is one of the largest and highest gold mining deposits in Central Asia, located in Kyrgyzstan in the Issyk-Kul region, 50 kilometers from Lake Issyk-Kul. Kumtor is a crucial enterprise in Kyrgyzstan, making up 9.8% of the country's GDP and 20.8% of the country's total industry. The Kumtor mine is located in the middle of Tian Shan at an altitude of over 4,000 meters above sea level. It's rightfully considered one of the highest mountain gold deposits in the world, second only to the Yankacheper deposit. The mine is also in a permafrost zone. We operate using open pit and blasting methods. We send the ore to crushers, then to a factory for gold extraction. The company also handles a large number of programs for environmental protection in line with not just internal guidelines, but also international standards. Thanks to them, in our residential territory, the rare and endangered snow lotus has once again been seen blooming. Around the mine, you can also see wild animals like the Marco Polo mountain sheep. And all this at over 4,000 meters above sea level. So after all that, we have to consider all the technical aspects, the fact that the mine is located at a high altitude, all the features of our mine, our industry, which includes a large number of technological processes, such as mining, extraction, transportation, life support, ecology, and much more. Interruptions in any of these processes could be catastrophic for finances, our reputation, the environment, and even worse, the safety of our company's employees. So after all this, after defining all these technical processes, we can move on to the first stage, inventory. Inventory of all company assets in technological process, meaning sensors, switches, SCADA systems, PLC, and much more. We also classified all this by level of criticality on the same technological processes. What we ended up learning was about missing weak elements, outdated equipment, and accordingly conducted a full-scale risk assessment to identify vulnerabilities and threats. We should also note that this point is important and key in building protection. I also want to point out some things that we've encountered during this time, our pain points. There were several cases, namely attacks on our technological processes. Fortunately, everything ended without interruptions or losses. There was also an attempt to attack our SCADA system, and attempts to exploit the vulnerabilities of our automated process control system. The lack of network segmentation has caused us a lot of trouble, plus the low level of employee awareness about information security. I think every security professional has run into this problem one way or another. After studying all this and getting all the relevant information, plus the historical data and best practices. Based on the results of risk assessment and analysis, we've begun the systematic implementation of multi-level layered security. I'd like to highlight the key points. The first thing we did was divide our network into technological and IT, using firewalls for proper traffic control and monitoring. Separate procedures were also introduced to monitor and detect anomalies. All this is done using security systems. They determine the basic indicators of the network and algorithms for detecting anomalies. Access control procedures are established separately. Why separately? Because in reality, the technological process is fundamentally different from IT and requires special attention. And all this, of course, using the appropriate security system, IDM, PAM, and SMX systems. Appropriate procedures were also implemented for timely updates to equipment or programs of the automated process control system, which provide a low level of security. We hid some things and updated other things as needed. Of course, all this is closely intertwined with risks to information security and the points we talked about, taking inventory of asset criticality. We also developed a taxonomy of attacks, defining and developing classifiers and attack vectors. Of course, we also launched staff training processes via an automated platform. So, in terms of key points, we want to note the implementation of the XDR platform for industrial cybersecurity, which helped users implement host protection and network monitoring, as well as conduct harmless vulnerability analysis and identify all assets in our technological process, which in itself is of the utmost importance. All security systems were eventually organized into SIEM, with the appropriate rule sets for timely responses to incoming threats. This led us to the final stage for our information security. This is called incident management, cybersecurity incidents, information security interruption incidents. So what have we done? We carried out operations to reduce RTO and RPO indicators and developed incident management. Based on historical data and best practices, we described step by step what should be done and in what cases it's necessary to do it. Currently, we're still working on incident management, and I'll be happy to share the results next year. That's all. Thank you.